Anyone can be affected by suicide. A Sioux Falls woman wants to prevent those tragedies and let grieving families know that they are not alone.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Kelly Volk introduces you to the mother who will share a personal story this weekend.
Stephanie Coomer describes her son Alex as smart and witty.
He was everybody's friend.
But in September of 2021, Alex's friends and family felt the pain of losing him.
And nobody knew that was going to happen that day, that he was in a place of struggling.
The 16-year-old, who had recently started his junior year at Harrisburg High School, died by suicide.
My husband and I naturally have talked about, man, what did we miss? And there's stuff you maybe look back on after the fact, but the thing is when you read the textbooks of the signs, symptoms, I would look at those still today, even with knowing now I've lost my son, and go, I wouldn't have looked at any of them and thought that this was possible.
Stephanie says counseling, reading, and friends have all helped in coping with the loss.
The support. Nobody can do this alone.
Stephanie will talk about Alex and her family's journey this weekend in Sioux Falls. A Helpline Center employee who is friends with Stephanie asked her if she would be interested in being the keynote speaker at the 14th annual Step Forward to Prevent Suicide.
If we can help one other family to not have to go through this by raising awareness, then we're doing something with our grief and with our pain.
The walk is Saturday at Faywick Park. It's an opportunity to remember those who have died of suicide and spread awareness about suicide prevention.
It allows people to come together that have had similar experiences, whether that's a loss by suicide or someone who is potentially struggling with suicide or mental health issues. And so they can be in an environment that's supportive of one another and feel like they're not alone.
The walk is also a fundraiser to benefit the Helpline Center's suicide prevention programming and its services for people who have lost someone to suicide.
That would include our support groups and classes and our outreach that we do with phone calls and carrying cards. And then on the other side, the prevention side, it helps us do trainings. It all helps us, share the information out with people about our services, about 988 and what we can do to help people.
Stephanie says sharing her son's story isn't easy, but it's important.
As I drove here, I would have much rather, these last couple of weeks been picking him up from college and be bringing him home. And if I can help other families to make sure that that's what they're doing with their kids instead of doing this, then we're doing something important.
And in just days, Stephanie will reach even more families.
I feel like there is still stigma out there around mental health and suicide. And if I can show people that we had no idea that this was something that was possible, that one of our children would die by suicide. So have the conversation, talk about it.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Kelly Volk.
The 1.5 mile walk starts at 9 at Faywick Park on Saturday. You can register online or show up the day of the walk. It's free to take part in the event, but you can make a donation. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, reach out to 988.